Start recording. Yes, sight. Yes, sight. Yeah, man, I hate that. First to the face, sir, the voice, and you don't know, say, Kogency, for the Kogency Reacts channel. Today, we have another Skyboy video, Tottenham's Deadliest gang, OFB. The video is already 34. Yo, that kind of sick, 34:43, invert. 34 minutes long, so we're not going to waste no more time. We're just going to jump into it. Check out the EP on the music channel. We have more things loading for the EP. Videos, visuals, lyric videos, everything, bro. And we have more EPs and music dropping for the rest of the year. Check out the music channel, gaming channel. Follow me on Instagram and subscribe. Let's jump into the video.
Are in Tottenham, which is a town in North London within the London borough of Haringey. Tottenham was renowned for its multicultural, ethnically diverse population, following an influx of an Afro-Caribbean population during the Windrush era in the mid-20th century. It became one of the most ethnically diverse areas in Britain. It has more recently become home to an increased population from Africa, Asia, South America, and Eastern Europe. So today I'll be portraying the history of a famous London estate known as Broadwater Farm, the historical events that have happened there, as well as key events involving those from there that has shaped London as we know it. I'll be discussing every generation that has sprouted from that estate. In the late 1970s, Winston Silcott, along with a group of individuals, formed the Broadwater Farm posse.
Nah, brother. Just from him name alone, I can tell that brother is Jamaican. From him name alone, I know that this guy is Jamaican, bro.
1970s, Winston Silcott, along with a group.
Winston Silcott. Brother, that sound like somebody what my uncle used to know. Somebody what my grandfather used to go school with. Yeah, man, you know, remember Winston, man? Oh, that Silcott? Bro, like, Winston Silcott? Bro, a Jamaica him come from.
Group of individuals formed the Broadwater Farm posse in the Broadwater Farm estate. Now on the 5th of October 1985 at 1 p.m, a young black man known as Floyd Jarrett, who lived about a mile away from the farm,
as well, him look like a Jamaican,
was falsely arrested by police, having been stopped in a vehicle that was suspicious. He was taken to a nearby Tottenham police station and charged with theft and assault. He was later acquitted of both charges. 5.5 hours later, Detective Constable Randall and 3 other officers decided to search his mother's home. Now 49-year-old Symphony Randall and 3 other officers decided to search his
bro, look how them have moms wrap up in her blanket, bro. Probably wake her up out her sleep. Can't even sleep.
Mother's home. Now 49-year-old Symphony Jarrett immediately collapsed and died from a heart attack during disputed circumstances. Now the inquest into Miss Jarrett's death told us that her daughter Patricia claimed to have seen Detective Constable Randall push her mother whilst conducting a search inside their home, causing her to fall. Randall denied the allegation. Jarrett's death sparked outrage from some members of the black community against the conduct of the Metropolitan Police. There was widespread belief that the police were institutionally racist following Jerry Gross shooting by police a week earlier. In particular, the local council leader Bernie.
So hold on there. So yeah, tell me say feds I try slap down our women, the girl them. Yeah, tell me say PC Anderson outside shooting at Keisha? Nah, brother. And then the man a push your mother when I him run up in your yard unannounced for come look for things. Come wake up mums out her bed. And the man push mums. And you know that they do it, you know, bro. Cause you know these guys, bro, them some liar them, you know. Bro. I can understand why people hate the police still. Like, I can understand.
Bernie Grant later condemned the search and urged the local police chief to resign immediately as their behaviour had been out of control. Now the death caused protests and demonstrations outside Tottenham police station by a small crowd of people. Violence between police and the youths escalated during the day. Riot police tried to clear the streets using baton charges. The youths in the conflict used bricks and petrol bombs, resulting in many injuries as well as extensive damage to property and vehicles. This escalated into a full-blown riot and the Broadwater Farm posse were present. At 9:30 p.m.
I'm not going to say anything in favor of this, because you know riots are bad. Don't riot, don't do anything to damage your community. But still you can understand the outrage of us, bro. You understand? Like if you kill one of us, bro, like bro, we have to make a statement, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Police and the London Fire Brigade responded to reports of a fire on the elevated level of Tangier House. The London Fire Brigade came under attack, as did the police. The rioting was too intense for police untrained in riot control, and the firefighters withdrew. Now there was a policeman called Keith Blakelock who, when retreating, tripped. He was surrounded by a mob with machetes, knives and other weapons who killed him in an attempt to decapitate him. PC Richard Coombs suffered a serious facial injury from one of the attackers when he made efforts to rescue his colleague. The riot tailed off during the night as rain fell and the news of the death spread after the murder of one of their own.
Alright, but also looking at it from the next side, like some of these guys probably haven't done like probably bad things to, you know, black people, you know, like them have to just go out and defend their police colleagues just as a police officer, like they just have to do that, you know what I'm saying? So every police officer out there isn't guilty, you know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna back your bro wrong or right, you have to take what comes with it, bro. Like, you guys are basically a gang just like us.
Police maintained a substantial presence on the Broadwater Farm estate for several months, arresting and questioning 400 people. The disturbances led to changes in police tactics and equipment and efforts to re-engage with the community. Bernie Grant, then leader of Labour, who controlled Haringey Council, later elected as a Labour MP for Tottenham, was widely condemned for reportedly saying the police got a bloody good hiding. 6 people, 3 juveniles and 3 adults were charged with the murder of PC Blakelock. One of those
How much?
people condemned for reportedly saying the police got a bloody good hiding. 6 people, 3 juveniles and 3 adults were charged with the murder of PC Blakelock. One of those adults was none other than Winston Silcott. The other 2 were Engin Ragib and Mark Braithwaite. Amongst those kids allegedly involved was Mark Lambie, someone who would become very important to the history of the estate later. Lambie laughed as the case against him and the 2 other juveniles collapsed. Now in March 1987, the 3 adults charged were convicted of murder and sentenced to life imprisonment. The police claimed more than 30 eyewitness descriptions of Silcott that night. However, not one matched the red and white outfit he was wearing. Of the 1,000 photographs taken during the riot, he appeared in none of them. Despite there being 42 wounds to PC Blakelock, there was no forensic evidence linking Silcott to the killing. The only evidence against Silcott was that officers claimed that Silcott had implicated himself during questioning. The evidence was destroyed by expert evidence which showed the police notes had been altered and that some of Silcott's responses were manufactured by interviewing officers. On the 25th of November night.
Wow, you see what I mean, bro? So it's like when the feds want to get you, they can just lie. So even when justice and doing the right thing and bro, even all of that, they can still manipulate it to still get you in prison, fam. They literally just said they had no evidence on the guy being nowhere near anything, no DNA, no CCTV, eyewitness statements don't match. The only thing them convict him of was the police altering his statements. Like, bro, come on.
1991, all 3 defendants were cleared by the Court of Appeal when an electrostatic detection apparatus test demonstrated police notes of interrogation had been tampered with. Braithwaite and Raghib were released after 4 years in prison. Silcott remained in prison for the separate murder of another man, Tony Smith, which occurred in December 1984 in the Tottenham area and for which he was convicted in February 1986. He was released on license in October 2003 after serving 18 years in prison. Silcott received compensation of £17,000 for his wrongful conviction. 2 of the investigating police officers were prosecuted for fabricating evidence but were acquitted in 1994. Silcott received a further £50,000 in compensation from the Metropolitan Police in an out-of-court settlement which ended in a civil action against the force for malicious prosecution. Now, during the first few years of Silcott's arrest, Mark Lambie built up a fearsome reputation in the streets. He became known for shootings, robberies, kidnappings, torture and drug trafficking. He stayed fresh by flaunting gold jewellery, designer clothes and expensive cars. He went on to lead and form a gang known as the Tottenham Mandem, aka TMD.
So Mark Lambie start TMD, alright.
After older Broadwater posse generation had moved away from the gritty end of the business. The youngest generation of Tottenham Mandem began to establish their fearsome and violent reputation from 1996 to 97. The TMD's fear of controlling North London at that point was tremendous. They had influence over new developing gangs that also arose in the late 1990s, such as the Edmonton Firm, Wood Green Firm, Hornsey, parts of N19 and bits of N16. See, back in the day, people from Tottenham, Edmonton and Wood Green were all united. At the top was Mark Lambie, known also as the Prince of Darkness or as Phantom. He was
Prince of Darkness or Phantom? Bro, you need some better, bro. No, don't get me wrong, you know, them sick, you know, but like them too sick though. Prince of Darkness, bro, that sound like something where Harry Potter need for take on in the final scene of the movie, bro. Harry, you need to go and expel Expelliarmus, the Prince of Darkness. Like, bro, Prince of Darkness don't sound like one man on the ends, bro. You mad? Especially a man named Mark. What?
Was the boss of the street team, that was TMD. Above him remained the old-timers who maintained drug and firearm connections amongst organised criminal element with links to the Caribbeans. Below Lambie there was lieutenants who controlled geographical areas. These included men such as Anthony Bourne, known as Blue from Edmonton, who headed the famous Edmonton Firm. Warren Leader was based in Wood Green, and then there was a host of infamous Tottenham criminals. In 1997, the youngsters of TMD, aged predominantly in their mid to late teens, came into conflict with another gang.
Yo, that's Marks, bro. That's Marks from Hackney.
Aged predominantly in their mid to late teens, came into conflict with another gang predominantly from London Fields in Hackney. It was one of London's bloodiest and most intense gang rivalries. Now on the 5th of January 1997, Guy Dance Dakers was a 16-year-old boy from Hackney who was enjoying himself at Chimes nightclub when he was shot in the head and collapsed in a pool of blood on the dance floor. The gun, a 9mm Astra pistol, was later found in the toilets at the venue. Other weapons found included 2 knives and a knuckle duster. The attack was said to have been random. Another person who was also shot during the attack was taken to hospital but survived and was discharged soon after. Now TMD Lieutenant Anthony Bourne and Fabian Fatinicun were charged for the murder but were later cleared. Now according to the book Guns and Gangs by Graham McLagan, the police operation Trident unit put the start of the war down to the killing of Guy Dance Dakers. However, the real ignition is believed by many to have been brought on earlier. See, in 1995, a couple of youths from Tottenham had been friendly with youths from London Fields. They went out together robbing people, including young dealers in other parts of North London. The Tottenham youth, however, started to come back to Hackney and re-rob the Hackney boys, which caused very serious grievances.
Bro, you see what I mean, bro? Even when you link up with other niggas, bro, on a money thing, you're not beg the man them nothing. You're not, bro. The only way I could understand why the Tottenham man them would have come back and rob at the Fields youth them, because maybe like when I Fields youth them start, you know, take more than Tottenham youth them, and the man them say, yo, but are we, you know, go over this and go take this and are we go take that, and you see me, oh, you forget all of this and we only get this. The only way I could understand it is if the Tottenham man them wasn't getting them fair share out of the robbery them. You understand? And them feel like, boy, them need to do something, man. You see me, rate. That's the only way I can understand it. But it just goes to show, bro, in the hood, fam, there is in the hood there's no love. Be surrounded by drugs and thugs. But I swear still do it with a hush, making that wood them boss. Cause bro, man, them just robbing each other after they just robbed the whole London, bro. Like what?
One of the TMD youths stabbed a Hackney boy from Pembury in the leg during one of the re-robberies, an act which led to a series of violence between the two areas. Now on the 1st of February 1997, Tottenham Mandem youngsters C1, real name Clinton Ponton, and Popcorn, real name Kingsley Lysara, were outside with other youngsters when they were chased by London Field members. Unfortunately, Popcorn was cornered into a block of flats on the Carlton Lodge estate, a small estate around Carlton Road just north of Finsbury Park. He was beaten up and then shot in the leg in the presence of at least 6 members of the Hackney boys. He was taken to Whittington Hospital where he was pronounced dead at 4 AM. The 16-year-old Popcorn was well known and well connected in the Tottenham area. Rumours were that Popcorn was targeted because he stabbed one of the youths who was later involved in a revenge attack against him during an argument over stolen money. Now there's rumours many believe about a very important individual in this story known as C1. Till this day you'll find it under most YouTube videos related to him where they'll call him a snitch. They claim in this case he helped convict the 6 suspects from Hackney. The 6 people were convicted of only conspiracy to commit grievously bodily harm with intent, but because it was not possible to determine who fired the shot, no one was charged with his murder. Other than the person who fired the shot, it was not possible to determine that any of them knew that a gun was to be used in the assault. Now after a few years, 2 of the people sentenced were now free and back on the streets. They were Mena, real name Meneliek Robertson, and Corey Wright. Now on the 25th of June 2000, Mena had been driving in his red BMW convertible car along Upper Clapton Road when 2 motorbikes came up behind him. They each had 2 men on them who were described as black. One of the motorbikes then overtook him and pulled up in front of him, causing him to stop. The other motorbike then pulled up beside his car and the passenger got off and walked up to the side of the window and fired several shots into the car at Mena. The men on the motorbike...
Wait, sorry, I got too distracted with the bike video playing in the background. Like, are these guys fighting? Bro, I can't stay focused, bro.
Stop. The other motorbike then pulled up beside his car and the passenger got off and walked up to the side of the window and fired several shots into the car at Mena. The men on the motorbikes then sped off, after which Mena managed to get out of the car and stagger a short distance before collapsing. He died from massive blood loss. Now on the 21st of April 2001, Corey Wright and friend Wayne Henry just left the Chimes nightclub in their blue BMW convertible when they were both
we'll go from red BMW convertible to blue BMW convertible. Bro, like, you can't get a different car and it have to be a BMW convertible. Like, stop it, man.
Shot. After the shooting, the driver lost control of the BMW, ran through 3 women and then crashed into a night bus. Corey was shot in the back of the head and his friend Wayne suffered a hail of bullets. Sadly, both died from the shooting.
Hey, no, sorry. I was there talking crud about the BMW. Hold on.
Corey Wright and friend Wayne Henry just left the Chimes nightclub in their blue BMW convertible when they were both shot. After the shooting, the driver lost control of the BMW, ran through 3 women and then crashed into a night bus. Corey was shot in the back of the head and his friend Wayne suffered a hail of bullets. Sadly, both died from the shooting. Both murders remain unsolved. In just the space of 2 years, both Mena and Corey Wright, who were involved in the murder of Popcorn, were killed. Many believe Tottenham Mandem to be behind the hits, with C1 calling the shots. Now the Hackney boys responded by killing Tottenham Mandem / firm member Adrian Bucket Crawford from Edmonton. He was murdered in December 2002 after being shot down in a hail of bullets in front of his pregnant girlfriend in West Green Road, Tottenham. Hackney boy Daniel Cummings, who was also a Hounslow club promoter, was pinned with the murder, having been identified by witness. However, C1 again came into the frame. According to street legends, they go along the lines that Daniel Cummings was not behind the killing, but Clint Ponton, aka C1, had forced Crawford's girlfriend to identify Cummings, a strategic move of sorts. Cummings had been serving a life sentence since 2003. A series of events following the murder of Crawford led to the eventual death of Hackney boy Skip, real name Jason Fearon, who was a high-ranking general in Hackney, being a huge moneymaker. In April 2000,
Look like a huge money maker,
he was a high-ranking general.
Bro, the man look Gucci'd out with the buckle of champagne, brother. The man bossy, brother. Out of the man rims, brother. Yeah, the man bossy.
In Hackney, being a huge moneymaker. In April 2003, at Turnmills Club in Clerkenwell during a So Solid Crew event. See, So Solid Crew had links with Mark Lambie, and singer Lisa Mafia was to be promoting her debut single. An anonymous tip was made to Crime Stoppers that there would be trouble at the event. There was an attempt to prevent the event going ahead, but the event organizer refused. As a result, the police parked a vehicle outside the club, hoping that would deter any would-be gunmen. However, in the early hours, several men burst into the club firing shots, injuring 1 person. The gunfire continued as the targets were chased into the streets. Jason Fearon, aka Skip, and another man who police believed to be the main target made away in an Audi TT sports car. They were followed by the Tottenham Mandem, who believed to be Clinton Ponton, aka C1, and Wesley Lambie, firing shots into the Audi from their BMW during
I guess this is Mark, brother then.
in a car chase. Jason Fearon was wearing a bulletproof vest but was hit in the head and died. Wesley Lambie was in fact the younger brother of boss Mark Lambie. Now C1 later created a music label known as North Star. Artists included Young Spray, China, OG, etc.
You mean the young spray that's going around talking the maddest of maddest things on YouTube now? As so far back young spray history go?
Known as North Star. Artists included Young Spray, China, OG, etc. North Star was created because of Tottenham man links with urban music group So Solid Crew through Lambie. After C1 had escaped being tried for the murder of Jason Fearon, he created North Star as a legitimate music front / enterprise. North Star had links with numerous other music crews that had been closely linked to older gangs such as Poverty Driven Children, also known as Peel Dem Crew, from Brixton. By 2000, Lambie had gained a reputation for being untouchable and for having mythical powers, believed by some to possess juju powers, of being an Obi man, a Jamaican voodoo spirit who can never be killed. He became the #1 target for Operation Trident detectives. Despite his high-ranking position, he was still involved in shooting incidences. In November 1999, he was named as the shooter in an incident at the Coliseum nightclub in Vauxhall, South London. He was charged with the attempted murder, but the victim later withdrew the evidence, as many victims of Tottenham Mandem do, and their predecessors have always done. By the way, Operation Trident, or simply Trident, is a metropolitan police unit originally set up in 1998 as an initiative with the police to tackle black on black gun crime. On the 9th of April 2001, Lambie drove from his girlfriend's home in Streatham, South London, and his vehicle was logged as it entered the Broadwater Farm estate. But what police did not know at the time was that the two Jamaican men who were living locally, Tuwani Tupac Morris and Gregory Beanie Man Smith, had been summoned to the estate by Lambie. They were bundled into a Mazda car.
Yo, dog. Yard man, them go over there, so brother, the man, them name themselves Tupac. I don't think them name themselves still. Them get the nickname Tupac and Beanie Man. Bro, like, the nickname we will get our people, bro, is always just... But I can't understand Beanie Man still, you know. Because Beanie Man, that name they come from at all the time. But Tupac, why you call yourself Tupac? Like, why, brother?
And driven to an address in Turner Avenue, Tottenham. Lambie and his gang joined up with Anthony Blue Bourne, Lambie, Bourne and Warren Leader, as well as Francis Osei. They all burst into the house in Turner Avenue and ordered the 2 women and 2 children who lived there to go outside. They then began torturing Mr. Morris and Mr. Smith while demanding money. The 2 men had their knees and feet hit with hammers, had boiling water poured on their genitals and an electrical iron burned into their chest. Eventually, Mr. Smith, desperate to escape the torture, suggested there might be money at a house in Wakefield Road, which was being used as a hairdressing salon. The gang bundled him into the boot of a car and drove him to the house. 2 women in the house were robbed, and when another man arrived to have his hair cut, he too was robbed. But while they were inside...
No. Brother, you see, bro, I always tell people, you know, I don't trust certain place. I don't trust certain people. Bro, you're not good. I don't want to be cool. I don't want to be with the shits. You hear what the man just said? He went to the shop to get his hair cut and ended up getting robbed as well. Brother, nah, brother. From me going on shop and realize, oh, some of them people here, oh, them are linked with them type of people there. Alright, I got just cut. You see me, bro? Me go at the white people, them barber shop, brother. Come no white person I walk come in, come rob me.
He managed to escape from the locked boot and ran half naked and bleeding to Tottenham police station, where he raised the alarm. When the gang had realized what had happened, there was a flurry of phone calls. Mr. Morris was taken out of the house, but he managed to break free of his captors and, spotting a passing police car, jumped onto his bonnet. The police arrested Mr. Morris' tormentors within days, and the reign of the Tottenham Mandem and the firm was about to come to an end. But Lambie, who had lost 25 grams of heroin when the police arrived, was convinced Mr. Morris and Mr. Smith would not dare name him. He rang them and demanded that they pay him £5,000 and another £1,000 a week in order for them to simply stay alive As a warning, Mr. Morris was shot in Park Lane, Tottenham, but he survived and named Anthony Bourne as the man who had pulled the trigger. At this point, and only at this point, Mr. Morris and Mr. Smith agreed to enter the witness protection program. Now safe, they agreed to give evidence against Lambie, North, and their associates. Lambie and Bourne.
And you see, everybody are gonna cuss them for snitching, you know. But the man them literally are try kill them. Them are try extort them, and if the extortion not work, them are go dead. And them try first of all, them kidnap them already, you know, beat them with hammers, pour boiling water on your genitals, bro. Bro, I can't even, like, if I sit down too fast, my balls start hurt me for about 5 minutes, bro. Imagine getting boiling water poured on your ball sack, bro. I don't even want to think about that, so I can't blame them for snitching, bro. I cannot blame them for snitching. Like, do your thing, brother.
Bourne were convicted of kidnapping and blackmail. Both were jailed for 12 years. Gang members Warren Leader and Francis Osei were jailed for 11 and 9 years respectively for the same offences. Bourne, however, was cleared of attempted murder. Now, with the arrest of their boss Mark Lambie, Tottenham became less unified and local independent gangs propped up such as MPK, Tiverton Mandem, IDA, Bloodstars, etc. Meanwhile, members of North Star pursued their careers in music. Killings also dropped during this period, but the rivalries continued throughout the music, with rival gangs sending disses towards each other, such as Mashtown from London Fields. In October 2003, Gavin Smith, 28, had been abducted by a gang and then knifed in the back 17 times. He died from multiple stab wounds that pierced his lungs. CCTV cameras on the Broadwater Farm estate captured the events around the killing of Gavin. Mark Duggan was arrested for it, but later released without charge. 3 years later, Mark Duggan found himself in trouble again. He was arrested for the attempted murder of Surkhan Hussein, a Turkish mechanic who lost a kidney after being shot. Two of Duggan's associates,
No, but why am I kill the mechanic though? Like, what am I doing?
Turkish mechanic who lost a kidney after being shot. Two of Duggan's associates were convicted, but he walked free after a witness failed to pick him out. Now, around 2008, Mark Duggan formed Star Gang. Members included Junior Cameron, Daryl Albert, Kelvin Easton, also known as Smegs, as well as youngsters such as Heads, who we know today as Heady One, and young RV, who later became RV. Now, Mark Duggan's right-hand men, Junior Cameron and Daryl Albert, were on a joint hit with allies from PDC. The target was Gary Guthrie. Now, on the 22nd of October 2007, Gary left the Streatham nightclub in girlfriend's car along with best friend Rowan Williams.
Sorry, bro. She was shaking a little bit too nice. Look at this.
Nightclub in girlfriend's car
She make up her face, you know. Yeah, say,
along with best friend Rowan.
Bro, look, bro. That's too much ass right now, bro. We're talking about something serious. Can we keep it serious? Don't show me no more booty, bro.
Williams. Two cars sped past them, clipping their vehicle before screeching to a halt. Gary and Rowan got out of the cars to investigate what had happened when the two gunmen emerged from the cars. After being patted down, a struggle ensued and the two men were shot as they all tried to flee. Mr. Guthrie was fatally shot through the chest and lung by Cameron. Mr. Williams survived after surgery to remove a bullet fired by Albert from the base of his neck. Junior Cameron, 27, was found guilty of murder and jailed for a minimum of 26 years. Daryl Albert, 28, was convicted of attempted murder and must serve at least 13 years in prison. Now, on the 27th of March 2011, Smegs, real name Kelvin Easton, who was the cousin of Mark Duggan, was stabbed fatally inside the Bohemian nightclub in Mile End Road. Smegs was stabbed through the heart with a broken champagne bottle at a nightclub in East London.
Bro, that's why you know these guys were scrappers. The man them a broke buckle and yo, you see me, like nowadays, if any drill happening, you know it's more than 9 times out of 10 with a well produced zombie knife or samurai, or you know what I'm saying, it may be in a kitchen, you know what I'm saying, but you know it well shiny and sharp and them a do the drill, right? Them man, them just a go out, just a enjoy life, and then when things happen, yeah, you see me, them angle them business, and whatever happen after, them deal with it. Nah, bro. Is it better now Arden. No, I don't even know, bro. It's all fucked up, bro. Stop the violence, bro.
In a row over drugs and women. Mark Duggan took his death badly and was very much hurting. The media claimed Duggan became paranoid about his own safety and carried a gun for protection. Operation Trident really had it in for Mark. They were on his case and wanted him off the streets for good. On the 4th of August 2011, Mark called Kevin Hutchison Foster, who was somewhat of an arms dealer. You may know his son, who goes by Double L's. Mark arranged to buy a gun.
Double L's father that? Yeah, him kind of look like L still. And then, Yezive. So that's why the one them did so close. But them said Double L snitch now, so everybody stop fuck with him. Except SJ.
Arms dealer. You may know his son, who goes by Double L's. Mark arranged to buy a gun from him. He went all the way to Leighton to collect it, where he would then get into a minicab to go home. However, Mark was being followed by police, and he knew. When the minicab reached Ferry Lane, Tottenham officers carried out a hard stop, forcing the minicab to pull over. Duggan got out of the car and was instantly shot twice by Officer V35, killing Mark Duggan and injuring another officer known as W42. The officer claimed he saw Mark holding a gun in his right hand and felt like his life was at risk. Although a gun was found at the scene, it was found 7 meters away from the site of the shooting. No DNA evidence was found on the gun. Officer W42 said there is no way that Mark Duggan could have thrown the gun from the minicab and me not see it. The officers also admitted they never saw him throw the gun, so the most likely conclusion is that they moved the gun there after Mark was shot dead. The Independent Officer for Police Conduct, aka IPCC, investigated the shooting and claimed there is no evidence that any officer entered the rear of the minicab. However, a video recording of the aftermath from a witness on the 9th floor of a nearby building shows that the IPCC has no grounds to rule out that possibility. So many inconsistencies and uncertainty in this case, it's no wonder why people believed he was intentionally murdered. Conflicting accounts of the event leading up to Duggan's death were provided by the Metropolitan Police, attracting criticism and suspicion from invested parties. Also, the way the media portrayed him, for example, using this photo by cropping it out as the full image, will paint a different picture. The jury ruled that his killing was lawful. Mark Duggan's death caused public outrage. Riots broke out, which started in Tottenham but then engulfed the whole of London. The youth would arrange riots on BlackBerry Messenger. Looting and violence followed. Soon it reached other cities such as Birmingham and Manchester. With Mark now dead, the younger generation of Star Gang took control. The likes of Heady One, RV, Kush, Tugsy, etc. They were allied with MPK and beef gangs such as Wood Green Mob and other Edmonton gangs, which tells you just how quickly the streets changed, as the Tottenham Mandem had a very strong relationship with people from Wood Green and Edmonton. MPK and Star.
What's up, brother? That brother, you can't even sip the Heineken right, brother. The man I sip the Heineken and it just a frat up. Watch it, I just be a frat this. Watch it. Bro, man need for that. Them need for show the man them up. Yeah, you see it. It's a yard man thing still. Me know you don't know about that.
Strong relationship with people from Wood Green and Edmonton. MPK and Star Gang would ride together on their ops from Wood Green and Edmonton. On one occasion around 2011, RV and Stretch MPK would spot a few Wood Green members in McDonald's. They would run in and stab a few members, but when the script was flipped and more Wood Green members came to back the beef, RV ran away and left Stretch to fend for his own, where he would be stabbed by Steeler and other members. Thankfully, he survived. However, he would despise RV for what he did and would later drop a diss track exposing RV for not living the life he raps. Crazy how things change. At one point they used to collab on songs together, and now Stretch was on the track, dragging RV street cred through the mud.
I'm not gonna lie still. Unless, like, bro, that story just sound and look too bad for RV, bro. Like, it just look like it's just a bad representation, bro. And for me personally, I've never heard or seen him address that. So, like, it just don't look good, bro. It just don't look good. Like, I need to know what actually happened. Like, genuinely.
Now RV felt like he had something to prove, so him, Tugsy and a few members went lurking in Wood Green. They spotted a 15-year-old Wood Green member in a barber's. RV unleashed a vicious attack on the boy. RV and Tugsy were later convicted of wounding with intent to do grievously body harm and possession of an offensive weapon in a stabbing of a 15-year-old boy at a barbershop in Wood Green. He received a 7-year sentence. RV, however, wasn't the only one with legal issues. Heady One's bubbling rap career would take a hit when he was sentenced for dealing crack cocaine and heroin in 2014. Now later down the year, Star Gang will become known as OFB, which stood for Original Farm Boys, which included members such as Heady One, RV, Abracadabra, Double L's, Bando K, who you may know as the son of Mark Duggan, SJ, Bones, Boogie B, and many more. Now on the 5th of June 2017, an OFB member known as Sanjay would get into an argument over Snapchat with another 16-year-old known as Tiny, real name Osman Sharif. Their age was evidence with what they were arguing over. It was over who was the toughest. Osman had boasted that he was the toughest, and when Ali responded with a crying with laughter emojis, the two friends fell out. Osman armed himself with a hammer for a confrontation the following day, while
two Mali youths. So what is it? They're saying like one of them was trying to prove who are the toughest Mali in at the ends, who are the baddest Mali in at the ends, or just the baddest man in at the ends. Cause you know I saw the man them meds more while, bro. Even though them Mali in at the ends, them when I say, "Ooh, I'm the baddest Mali in the ends, fam," and maybe him on the right, I say, "No, him are the baddest Mali on the ends." Me don't know. That's what it looked like to me.
Sanjay pulled a kitchen knife from his sports bag. After the two teenagers were pulled apart, Sanjay pursued Osman and inflicted a fatal stab wound just before 6 p.m. on the 6th of June. On the 27th of January 2018, Sanjay was sentenced to life with a minimum term of 15 years. On the same day Sanjay was sentenced, OFB took another setback when Wood Green member G Money posted a snap claiming that he had caught Heady One lacking and beat him up. Shortly after, a video was released of Heady One caught in Bedfordshire University where he was attacked. The incident would make headlines on social media. Now OFB didn't waste time to retaliate, and literally a day later, on the 27th, a Wood Green member was shot. RV was a rapper known for his lyrics, retaliation rate rapid, and OFB just proved that to be true. Social media went crazy. RV was quick to make fun of Wood Green after the shooting, and he even drove past the scene of the crime on Snapchat. Heady One was also quick to respond on Twitter. Now Heady One and RV didn't waste any time capitalizing on the buzz. They instantly recorded a diss track titled No Better and dropped it a day later.
One thing I have to say about this, when like gang members call other people clout chasers, I find it kind of hypocritical, bro. Because a lot of the things you guys do is for clout as well, bro. Because you didn't have to go and record the ops block like that. But I get it, the ops recorded you, so you have to record them. I get it, you know. But technically you didn't have to. You only do it because you know, say, your public reputation and perception took a hit. So you do that for make them know, say, yeah, no, say, not sweet over here, so we are do our thing too. But why you need people to know, say, do your thing? Just do your thing and, you know, get it done.
This would be a huge mark in UK drill history and take their careers to the next level, especially Heady One. On the 18th of February 2018, OFB youngers including Boogie B, T1, Desi, as well as London Film members were partying at a flat in Kensington. You heard correct, despite a bloody war between the older Tottenham mandem and London Film members and how many lives were lost, the younger generation were now cool with each other. Now a Peckwater member, which is a gang from Camden, attempted to force themselves into the party. One member in particular, known as Dots, real name Lewis Blackman, was armed with a knife and his friend possessed a firearm. It is said he took Boogie B's necklace, which contained an image of his father. The firearm also jammed, the script was flipped, and it was now Dots running away from Boogie B and friends down the street, which was caught on CCTV. When they caught up to him, Dots was knifed repeatedly and sadly died. Boogie B was sentenced to 20 years in prison for murder, and T1 was given 11 years for manslaughter. Now on the 14th of January 2019, OFB and MPK members including SJ, Tugger, OSAV to name a few would go to Edmonton to look for ops. They spotted 3x3 members in Fall Street McDonald's where they attacked them with knives. 3x3 had a member known as SJ2 and his martial arts background helped him fight off men armed with knives and got the better of some. SJ was obsessed with...
Yeah, this video was funny because the man them start war him in the tracksuit. SJ from 3x3. The man just flip the script and start beat up man. And they have shanks in their hand. And he's fully just fist fighting them. Bro, that's ridiculous, bro. That should never happen.
Riding on his ops, and it wasn't long before he was outside again. Now on the 21st of February 2019, NPK members were planning to go on a drill and convinced SJ OFB to aid them. They parked a silver Peugeot 307 on the Broadwater Farm estate with a fresh pair of clothes waiting for them after the drill. So on the following day, 6 NPK members and SJ will travel to Wood Green on their pedal bike. They cycled to View Cinema, which was a common location for Wood Green members to hang out. When they arrived, they spotted Wood Green member K1, Y Dot and Swift. NPK member Shems instantly shot at them, however he missed, causing them to split up and run. They chased after them and caught up with Swift, who was cornered. Swift was shot and stabbed. K1 being further ahead made it to his car. Now in an act of pure loyalty and bravery, K1 used his car to ram his car into the attackers in an attempt to free Swift. Sadly, he got stuck between cars and was now a sitting duck. Trills, Sneaks and OSAV noticed this and turned their attention to K1. K1 and Swift ran off and made it to Coffee and Cream Hairdressers where they barricaded the door. The MPK members booted down the door and stabbed K1 numerous times in front of women and children, leaving him for dead before pedaling back to the Broadwater Farm estate to change their clothes. Now on the 21st of April, MPK members...
Jano star. So remember what I said at the start? Whereas in like, you have to watch the hairdressing shops that you go to. I'm sure the people in that hairdresser shop did not expect none of that. You see me, like you think you're on, Wood Green, Main Street, so much traffic, so much foot traffic. No man, nothing crazy not going to happen out here. So many cameras, so many witnesses, so many police that's close by. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, like, and there's no way you can tell me that like gang members are like actually thinking about their drills when they do it, bro. There's no way. There's no way. Literally like almost 100 people saw you commit this murder. You really thought you was going to get away with that? Bro, you've got to be kidding me.
Members Trills and Shems were arrested for the murder, and not too long after, on the 16th of May, SJ, also known as Samurai Jack, was arrested for the murder of K1. Despite now being in jail, SJ OFB would release his solo drill hit, Youngest in Charge, which would gain him millions of views and have him on the verge of stardom. He was even offered a record deal worth 150k while he was awaiting trial. On the 10th of July, OSAV and Sneaks were also arrested. All members were found guilty.
Bro, the man could have taken that 150k and do some nice things with it at 17, 18, whatever age you get arrested, Ah, man. Him get at 16 him get arrested? Nah, I had to be like 17, 18. I don't even know. But still, 150k for a nigga still living in the hood, bro. Like, bro, that's a nice check, bro. Come on, man.
On the 10th of July, OSAV and Sneaks were also arrested. All members were found guilty for the murder. SJ, Sneaks and OSAV were sentenced to 21 years, while Trills got 25 and Shems got 28. The infighting of the sentence came to light, an accusation of snitching, OSAV being the one to tell.
And also, this what I'm going to talk about, the snitching after, just shows as well how inexperienced these youths are, bro. There's just some like a hot-headed youth where the ends were violent and put them violence on the ups, but when it comes down to like actual criminality and how to get away with your deeds as a criminal, to get away with the things that you do as a criminal, you can tell, bro, these little youths don't know shit about that, bro. And probably the nigga them in them ends probably never that tell them, or maybe them don't know themselves. Cause at the end of the day, we have to keep it real, bro. A lot of this shit is just for the hype, bro. Just for the ego and just for a name in your ends, bro. Let's be real, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, Like, I don't, nah, fam. To me, like, as I get older, it just look like, bro, just some young, dumb niggas, bro. If you really want to get the job done, you can get the job done the right way. But let me not say that.
However, MPK members didn't take this lightly, even though he did and pointed fingers at SJ. This would have huge repercussions on the streets, as now once allied gangs, MPK and OFB became enemies and would score on each other. Now on the 20th of August 2019, an OFB member known as Remzi would rob a 14-year-old boy for his £90 night trainers. It was caught on CCTV. Remzi would travel back to his home in Broadwater Farm Estate, where a 15-year-old boy known as Perry Jordan stepped in to help a 14-year-old boy in an attempt to get his trainers back. Remzi would then grab Perry by his neck and stab him 10 times on a Broadwater Farm Estate. Perry was taken to hospital where he sadly died from his injuries on the 4th of September 2019. Remzi was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum term of 21 years at Woolwich Crown Court.
Like, how do people still, like, I see people still shout out that guy, you know? Like, how do you shout out that guy, bro? You're robbing 14-year-olds for shoes? Bro, you're supposed to be part of OFB, bro. You're supposed to be, like, you're supposed to be making money, bro. Like, that's one of the things we're known for. Like, you know, get money. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're robbing 14-year-olds for shoes, bro? Like, bro, I can't rate that, bro. As a big man, I can't rate them something there, bro. And then, when the man friend come for try to defend the thing, you see me, I say, before you just beat up the little youth and make him know, say, yeah, me a big man, you a little youth, don't bright yourself. If my rob your friend, just hold the robbery and easy your little self. You hold him by him neck and stab him 10 times? Like, nah, brother. It's either that guy was bullied in his gang and him have some built up anger where he need to get out, or him just dunce. Probably the two of them.
Now in 2019, Heady One was stopped by police. Footage shown from their body cam where he later ran off before being caught and found in possession of a knife. He will later do 6 months in prison for it. On the 19th of February 2020, MPK members attacked OFB members Creeper, D1 and Frogger, captured on CCTV. Creeper hid in the toilets while Frogger and D1 were attacked by Sparks and another MPK member. This was the start of the falling out turning physical. The lines were finally drawn with blood. On the 20th of July 2020, Heady One made UK drill history when he dropped a drill track that features the biggest rapper in the world, Drake. Despite setbacks in the past, Heady One was now a massive rapper who would only gain more international attention from this track. Drake even called Heady One the best drill artist in the world. Now with SJ serving life and out of the picture, OFB needed a replacement for the famous Bando K, SJ and Double L's trio. This is where Ispot stepped into the picture. With his cold flow, he was OFB's rising star. Now on the 24th of September 2020, Ispot was on a northbound train as it left Northumberland Park Station just after 7 PM. He was attacked by 2 Enfield members and a 14-year-old MPK member known
Yo! Look at all of that blood, bro. What?
as Jazzy. Ispot suffered stab wounds to the back of his right shoulder and head, a severe injury to his hand, and was slashed near his left eye as a result of the attack.
Okay, so the reason why I'm doing that is because I try to imagine, like, probably him curl up in, like, the fetal position and, like, him dip on him right side so the ups are ching him from that direction come down. So that's why you get shoulder, the graze to the eye because them just had, you see me? I'm trying to understand it, but with all that blood, bro, nah, fam. He tried to make it seem like he didn't get touched at all, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The 3 members.
Well, since man are on this internet thing, say nothing. What I got bored near my eye and in my hand. Okay, alright, cool. Well done. Lost a 3-on-1. Like, man ain't got yinged after the same dickhead little kids telling judge and court. I apparently stopped them. Okay. So it's like they must say, why would I boast upon the little scratch on the gimme when I me stab on first? Damn.
involved were all jailed and sentenced for the attack. Now, Heady One was taking a flight home from Dubai when he was spotted by a rival drill rapper from Edmonton known as Tion Wayne, who himself was a massive artist. Despite being on a plane, Tion Wayne is videoed swinging at Heady, where passengers had to stop the fight. OFB and Edmonton then went back and forth on social media, giving their own versions of what had happened. Now, during this period, MPK started to link up with one of OFB's main rivals known as TPO, who come from Turnpike Lane. In the past, OFB member Desi was shot by a TPO member, causing him to lose a kidney, and this was constantly referenced in TPO drill songs such as Philly Don't Dance. Now, on the 28th of May 2021, MPK and TPO members were shooting a music video for a drill collab titled Hickok 45. They posted on Snap giving their location away. OFB members got in a car and went to Turnpike Lane, where they spotted TPO member Driz and shot him dead. They then went to Park Lane, Tottenham, 3 miles away from Turnpike Lane, to carry out a
Wait. So the same night when them get down the TPL member, that's when them go NPK and then NPK fire back on them.
They then went to Park Lane, Tottenham, 3 miles away from Turnpike Lane, to carry out a shooting on MPK members. Now, in August 2021, TPL member Philly would catch RV lacking. He would record RV, where he would claim RV was making sure he was around the 2 police officers to his right, which would prevent Philly from doing anything. RV would later respond by posting a video of him chasing another TPO member. Now, in August, things would get even worse for OFB when MPK youngster known as KY would stab OFB member 6 in daylight in Lordship Recreation Park in Tottenham. And
whoa, it was at a park? What? Bro, I thought it was on Broadwater Farm Estate. What the hell?
OFB member 6 in daylight in Lordship Recreation Park in Tottenham and run off with his phone. 6 fell unconscious and died in hospital on the 10th of August 2021. A post-mortem examination.
You see what I mean by these liquor youths are just dumb hotheads in the hood? Why would you stab this nigga and then run off with his phone? Like, that's literally how they're going to catch you, bro. Leave your phone at home so they can't sell sight. Like, bro, like, do these guys not listen to the own like music in them own like life and genre, and where people say like, you know, don't walk with phones and rake, cause them can track the phone, but you literally just chef the nigga in his chest. Even if he didn't die, because you walked away with that phone, you can still get charged for the chefing and still get a mad sentence in a prison, bro. So regardless of, bro, like, why would you take the phone though? Cause that's all I'm thinking, you know. That the phone is the reason why he got caught. Like, why would you take the phone?
Park in Tottenham and run off with his phone. 6 fell unconscious and died in hospital on the 10th of August 2021. A post-mortem examination found that 6 died from blood loss after sustaining 3 stab wounds to the upper thigh. KY instantly got onto Snap.
Wait. So because him chef him in him thigh, him thinks him did I go make it and him alright. Him not even know say the main arteries in the human body is in the thigh. So yeah, like any damage to the thigh can literally cause the amount of blood loss to where you die, bro. I'm going to assume that he didn't know that. I'm just going to assume that.
After sustaining 3 stab wounds to the upper thigh. KY instantly got onto Snapchat to mock the ordeal the day it happened and captioned it, "I just scored on an old school friend." OFB members paid their respects to their fallen member 6. KY was later sentenced to 19 years for the murder. Now this brings me to the end.
Like all of that, just so you can make one liquor snap on ends and people can give liquor ratings. Bro, your ratings probably didn't even last a couple months, bro. Because I'm sure like he got arrested pretty quickly after that.
End of the story. Heady One's career is still going strong, although the trio of Bando K, Double L's and Ispo didn't live up to the hype, with Bando K facing legal issues currently, rumours Double L's kicked out of OFB for snitching, and Ispo just disappearing musically. SJ, however, is in prison publicly regretting his lifestyle. Sanji in prison complaining about having no visits and how fake the streets are. I think this is a lesson for...
You see me? If Sanj is in card, him do whole heap of videos, you know. I've seen videos of him like boiling water to pour on rats. Him like show the state of him cell and prison, and like Sanj the whole heap of video in a prison. I haven't seen the video where he was regretting, you know, the road life and saying, you know, it's not worth it. But if he's saying that, bro, you know, like who else do you need to say it? He's an actual killer, bro. Like he's an actual, like what everybody want the badge on them chest for say, yeah, I did that. Yeah, that's my pack. Right? Bro, he did that. And he's sitting down for it. And he's telling you, bro, this shit is not worth it. Bro, what else do you need to hear, bro? I don't know, fam. I guess certain niggas just want to be cool way more than them want to have sense. Really and truly. Let's just be honest, bro.
Any kid thinking his life is cool. As always, I send my condolences to the family of everyone I mentioned. If you like the editing, just know it's outsourced and paid for. Hence why I need you all to support my Patreon to deliver this quality. Like and subscribe to
Definitely Skyboy wants me get some money. You don't know. Subscribe to the Patreon, cause you don't know we love the video them. You see me? I say whole heap of good video Skyboy do. You see me? So wait. Why is my thing not working? Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let me make sure I say everything is everything. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Alright, I think my video stopped working, so man them. If this is just audio, I'm so sorry. But I have to upload this video. So love, kogency, check out the EP on the music channel. Love you know. Big up.